Right, guys, Nick for CPF Boxing. I'm as red as a tomato because it's hot as fuck outside, it's sunny, and I've just cycled back from work. It was only like 4 miles, but part of it was up this fuck off massive hill. I'm glad I got a bike. I actually really enjoyed the cycle to and from work. I got to work in like 28 minutes, 11 seconds, very precise, and I got home in about the same amount of time. Yeah, good morning before work. Work was all right today. I get up a bit early tomorrow. I got up, did my cold plunge, 3 minutes, had a coffee, had a banana, had a little protein yogurt, cycled to work. Felt pretty good by the time I got to work. I think sometimes if you get the morning right, I'm not going to be like, oh, this is my morning routine and one of those. Like I said, my body's starting to look like a drop lasagna anyway. Although I have a very good knowledge of fitness because I used to be a personal trainer, I'm still interested in it all. I don't want to be like, this is my morning routine, copy that. It just works for me. One thing about the morning routines is you should do what works for you, try different things. Don't necessarily do what some influencer says or whatever. Anyway, so the boxing, Jack Catterall versus Harlem Eubank. That sort of sums up the fight, to be honest. Jack Catterall won due to like a double cut. They both got cut at the same time. It wasn't the most memorable fight, and I think that's why I even struggled to recall who was actually fighting just then. Coffee. The event itself was really good. I really fucking enjoyed the event. So I've got DAZN subscription for a while. I'm going to try that out. And the presentation and everything, obviously the Matchroom had a rebranding. I really enjoyed all that. It looked really cool. All the bells and whistles. The full event was really cool. I think it opened with Leo Atang making his heavyweight debut against the guy who was he fighting? He was a guy that, with all due respect to him, he's pretty much at the back end of his career, you know. Right, pro record. Leo Atang won and he fought Milan Paunov, who was 7-15-0. So I'm not going to get carried away. It's only his first pro fight, but there's nothing wrong with being a bit excited about this prospect in the heavyweight division. He looked really good. He's actually a complete specimen. To say he's 18 years old, physically, he's listed, I can't see his height or anything on Boxrec. He must be like 6'4" or something, 6'5". 26 pounds he weighed in that, which is great weight, good frame. He reminds me actually, his build, John Jones from MMA, sort of that type of build. Rangy, he looked really strong, athletic. He looked really focused. He said afterwards he was nervous. You wouldn't have guessed it really. Obviously, everyone, you would get nervous, you know, especially going to a boxing bout, I imagine. So he didn't really show it. He looked great. Just handled Paunov. Paunov, experienced vet. He was like 41, 42 years old. Like I said, he's right at the back end of his career. He's fought all over the world by the sounds of it. Bulgarian dude. So fair play to him. He did take some huge shots and he took them well. But once you could see the barrages coming in, you knew it was only a matter of time. And he was going to the body as well, which is really cool. Not just the head. He was ripping shots to the body. And Paunov could not take it. And Leo Atang won in the first round. It just took a couple of minutes. He looks really, really impressive, and I'm not going to get carried away because he's had one fight. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with being excited about these guys. And I'll be honest, watching that, I won't be surprised if in a few fights he was, I really think he's going to be a star, to be honest. Within a few fights, when his record gets to sort of like 6-0, 7-0, I remember when Moses Atama had won his first handful of fights and people were starting to be like, this guy. I think it'd be the same with Leo Atang. And again, I don't want to get carried away. You never know, they might be on a collision course in a few years, who knows. In this fight, this is now, as Hatebreed said, famously, he looked really good. Great frame. He's only 18, obviously. Some people were saying, has he turned over too early? I don't know, because sometimes some guys leave it really late, don't they? I think Pat Brown, who's on the card, was saying some guys leave it later. He looked really good. I'm not going to, like I said, don't get carried away, but there's nothing wrong with getting excited about a young prospect. Again, when we need new blood, when, I'll be honest, some of the same names all the time, it gets a bit boring. This is a guy that will enter the fray. And do you know what else I like? I can't think of many people from York that are in his position, like sportsmen. I'm sure there are, but like York City Football Club, obviously they're not in the Football League. Do you know what? I love York. York's such a cool place. If we didn't move to this area, Leeds, Bradford, would have moved to York. Such a cool place. It's good to see someone from York doing well, because it's an awesome place. Not just for Harry Potter and all that shit, just a cool place. So yeah, Leo Atang, he won his first fight. He looks really good, to be fair. He looked very good. Give him his roses. He looked awesome. He'll be a star, I think. He's got the look. He speaks well. He's got Eddie Hearn and all them lot behind him. So watch this. He will be a star. I'm saying it now. If he isn't in a few fights, I'll do the Macarena or something wearing a Mankini, a Borat Mankini, I don't know. He'll be a star. Anyway, like Pat Brown was also on the card. He fought Lewis Oakford, Lewis the Mighty Oakford. Lewis Oakford, obviously a tough guy, as are they all. Pat Brown just blasted him out. Pat Brown went to 3-0. I'm not sure if he'll necessarily be a one-hitter quitter type of guy, a one-punch knockout guy, but just the barrage of punches. He was hitting with sort of like 3-4 punches, really chipping away at him. It was just his aggressiveness and still at a very good level of power. I'm just not sure if it'd be like one-punch power. He's 3-0. So like I say, he's gone into the pros a bit later than like Leo Atang, the aforementioned Mr. Atang. He looked really fucking good. I think he trains with Dave Allen. They've got some... He's affiliated with Dave Allen. I think Dave Allen kept popping up in people's corners, which is cool to see as well. We'll come on to Dave Allen in a second after we've spoken about this event. And Pat Brown looked really good. I'm looking forward to his next fight. His last fight before this one was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I think it's the 21st of June. It looks really good. He looks really good. And yeah, 100% knockout ratio. So 3 fights, 100% knockout ratio. 6'6", if BoxRec's right. He's very tall. Again, really good frame for cruiserweight. He's a big guy. I'm really looking forward to seeing his next fight as well. He's one to watch. He's just like a nasty, not a person, he sounds like a cool person, but he sounds like a nasty fighter. He gets in there. He wants to get in, get it done quick, get paid, get home. Do you know what I mean? Get home in time for a brew. He just wants to take care of business quickly. So Pat Brown was very impressive. Another fight that was really impressive, and it was the only prelim fight I saw, was Frazer Wilkinson. Yeah, there he is. 2-0. He fought William Crawler, and William Crawler came in as the favourite. Really exciting fight. Frazer Wilkinson, his gas tank held up. He looked really good. So it won't spend too much time talking about him, but look out for that name as well. He was really good. He was really good. The other guy was favourite, obviously the guy, he's got the Crawler name, so obviously he was favourite. But Frazer Wilkinson, Scottish dude, fair play. He looks really good. Very, very good. And again, this guy's 24. Not a big knockout ratio, but it's that cumulative damage he was putting on Crawler. Who else was fighting? Who else was good? There was another fight, and it was a tall guy. Is it Ashley something? Who's a tall dude versus the Asian dude, Akib Fiaz, I think it was. That was a brilliant fight. Akib Fiaz, yeah, that's it. Akib Fiaz, 41. He fought Alex Murphy. Alex Murphy versus Akib Fiaz was a fantastic fight. Fiaz got the decision, but it was so close. It was really back and forth. I think Fiaz may be the better quality, and I think Sonny Bell, you alluded to this in the commentary, better quality punches, although Murphy, maybe slightly high volume. Really good fight. It was a really good fight. It was a really good event, guys. I really enjoyed it. The main event was arguably the least interesting fight, but Akib Fiaz improves to 14-1. He's not been mega active. He's had family tragedy and stuff, so hopefully this helps him heal the wounds that obviously appeared due to losing family members and stuff. Really good fight. I'd like to see Alex Murphy again. I wouldn't mind seeing this fight again, to be honest. It was really cool. Alex Murphy, 13-1-0. It was like a battle of the undefeateds. So yeah, the event was really good. So overall, great event. I really enjoyed it. Again, the main event was probably the most forgettable part. So I'm on Ring Magazine. So another little one before I go. Joseph Parker, Dave Allen mooted for Queensbury versus Matchroom 5 versus 5 card. Do you know what? I'm actually going to do a separate video about that. No, I'll talk about it now. Warren's welcome to fight. So nothing's been confirmed. Frank Warren's welcome to fight between Dave Allen and Joseph Parker, and suggested it would land nicely on the next 5 versus 5 event. The 5 versus 5 events were really cool. There's only been one, but I really enjoyed it. Frank Warren's Queensbury totally owned Eddie Murphy. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. Just totally, it was like a clean sweep. It was crazy. So Frank Warren has bragging rights. I really like the setup. Choosing 5 of each stable's best guys and getting them fight. It's a really good idea. Sorry, just trying to drink it before it goes cold. I love my coffee. Dave Allen versus Joseph Parker. Okay, so Dave Allen had a really good win against Johnny Fisher. He's a cool guy. He's been around for years. Again, he's battled adversity like a lot of them have. He's a very good role model. He's bringing fighters up from his gym in Doncaster, I think it is. Cool trainer. So Joseph Parker fighting him. Again, it's Joseph Parker's choice ultimately. I just think Joseph Parker should wait for the winner of Usyk versus Dubois. I know Parker and Tyson Fury are very close mates. Maybe Fury said, I'm going to go for the Usyk fight. do you mind fighting someone else? You know, you still get paid shitloads. Maybe it'll be on a Fury Usyk undercard. I don't know. We can only speculate. But Dave Allen's solid, tough, gritty, human, gritty boxer. Cool guy, really personable. But I'll watch it, but I'm not too bothered about him seeing him fighting Joseph Parker. If Joseph Parker wants to fight, fair enough. It would be exciting. I just think, for me personally, I'd like to see Parker fight Usyk Dubois. Or someone that's in the top 5. He won't fight Fury. Fury won't fight Parker, because Fury's just all about that, really. I always say Caballel. You're probably sick of me talking about Caballel. Maybe Parker versus Caballel. I think that'd be a really good fight. I think it'd be a really close fight as well. And I'm not sure who my favourite would be in that fight, to be honest. As much as I rate Caballel. Dave Allen, Joseph Parker, I think my favourite would be Joseph Parker. I just think he'd have a bit more in every way. I think he'd have a bit more in the tank. I think he'd have a bit more strength. He's put size on recently. His S&C work. He's a big, powerful, more powerful man. Obviously, he's a big, powerful man before. It's weird. It seems like Dave Allen's ascended, but he's not quite on the level of Joseph Parker. You may think that's harsh. You may think I'm being a dick. And I'm just going to look at the records, because I know Dave Allen's got a solid record. 24-7-2. You know, really solid record. 79% knockout ratio. So yeah, he does put dudes away. But like I said, if you look at Dave Allen's last 3 fights, which I'm gonna, Johnny Fisher win, lost to Johnny Fisher, but he won that really. Amin Buchetta win, Dick Daniel win, lost to Frazer Clark, so that's interesting. He beat Milan Punov, so Milan Punov, who Leo Atang actually fought and beat easily. He has fought him. So he's fought him in fairly recent times. So that's the level of competition he's been fighting. I don't know, Joseph Parker. I'd rather see him fight Usyk. I don't know. But 36-3 Parker last 3 fights. I mean, he's won like 6 in a row. Last 3, Bakoli, Zhang, Wilder. They can make the fight, I'll watch it. I'd rather see Parker fight someone else. But I'm a fucking hypocrite, like we all are, because I'll watch it. Anyway, let us know your thoughts. Comment, like, subscribe. All that bullshit. I'm going to just chill now. I've got some life admin to do, as I'm sure you guys have. Hope you have a good evening. Again, thanks for watching my videos. I need to sort this shit out. It's getting too long for me. Fucking Homer Simpson. And yeah, need to find a barber. We've moved house and need to find like a barber in this area that can sort this shit out as well. Anyway, thanks for watching CPF Boxing as usual. Take care, have a good evening, stay safe, say no to drugs, eat fruit and vegetables, have vitamin C and all that shit. Thank you.